Yes, there's serious talk about a $600 stimulus payment potentially arriving this August. And if you're receiving Social Security benefits, this could directly impact you. I'm going to walk you through exactly what's happening right now, who qualifies, and the specific timeline you need to know about. This isn't speculation. These are real discussions happening at the federal level that could put money in your account within weeks. Stay with me, because missing this information could mean missing out on funds you're entitled to. Here's why this August timeline is so critical. With inflation still impacting everyday costs and many Social Security recipients struggling to make ends meet, lawmakers are under intense pressure to provide immediate relief. Unlike previous stimulus programs that took months to roll out, this proposal specifically targets Social Security beneficiaries because the infrastructure is already in place to distribute payments quickly. The difference this time is timing and targeting. Previous stimulus checks went to nearly everyone, but this $600 payment is designed specifically for those who need it most: Social Security recipients, SSI beneficiaries, and others on fixed incomes. The August timeframe isn't random either. It coincides with when Social Security Administration typically processes annual adjustments and has the administrative capacity to handle additional payments. The current proposal centers around a $600 one-time payment to Social Security recipients, including those receiving retirement benefits, disability benefits, and supplemental security income. This isn't a loan or advance. It's a direct payment similar to previous stimulus checks, but targeted specifically at Social Security beneficiaries. The proposal has bipartisan support because it addresses a real problem. Social Security recipients didn't receive the full benefit of economic recovery that other groups experienced. While wages increased for workers and businesses recovered, those on fixed Social Security payments continued facing higher costs without proportional increases in their benefits. The $600 amount was chosen strategically. It's significant enough to provide real relief, covering roughly 2 weeks of groceries for most households or a month of utility payments, but not so large that it faces major budget opposition in Congress. What makes this proposal different from previous stimulus efforts is its surgical focus. Instead of trying to help everyone, which creates massive administrative challenges and costs, this targets the approximately 70 million Americans who receive Social Security benefits. These are people who've already been verified by the government, have existing payment systems in place, and represent some of the most economically vulnerable populations in the country. If you currently receive any Social Security benefit, you're likely eligible. This includes Social Security retirement benefits, Social Security disability insurance, supplemental security income, and even survivor benefits. The beauty of this system is that it uses existing payment infrastructure, so if Social Security has your information and payment method, you're already in the system. Unlike previous stimulus programs, there's no income testing beyond your existing Social Security eligibility. If you qualify for Social Security, you qualify for this payment. There's no additional paperwork, no separate application process, and no need to file anything with the IRS. The payment would arrive the same way your regular Social Security benefits do: direct deposit if that's how you receive your monthly payment, or by check if you receive paper checks. The Social Security Administration has confirmed they can process these payments within 30 days once authorized, which is why the August timeline is realistic. For those receiving multiple types of benefits, you would only receive one $600 payment, not multiple payments. So, if you receive both Social Security retirement benefits and Medicare, you get one payment. The system is designed to prevent duplicate payments while ensuring everyone eligible receives their share. One important detail: if you're married and both spouses receive Social Security, you would each be eligible for the $600 payment. The payment goes to individuals, not households, which means married couples could potentially receive $1,600 total if both qualify for Social Security benefits. Right now, the proposal is moving through congressional committees with surprising speed. The key milestone is the upcoming budget reconciliation process, which allows certain spending measures to pass with a simple majority rather than the typical 60-vote threshold in the Senate. If approved in committee by early August, payments could begin flowing by late August or early September. The The Social Security Administration has already indicated they have the technical capability to process these payments quickly, unlike the delays we saw with previous stimulus programs. The political reality is that this has strong support because it helps a vulnerable population without creating new bureaucracy. Both parties recognize that Social Security recipients faced unique challenges during recent economic uncertainty, and this payment addresses that directly. This $600 payment is completely separate from your regular Social Security benefits. It won't affect your monthly payment amount, and it won't count as income for tax purposes or for determining eligibility for other programs like Medicaid or food assistance. The payment is classified as an economic impact payment, similar to previous stimulus checks, which means it's not considered Social Security income. This distinction is crucial because it protects recipients from unintended consequences on other benefits they might receive. Your regular Social Security cost of living adjustment still happens separately in January as always. This $600 payment is a one-time addition, not a permanent increase to your monthly benefit. For tax purposes, this payment operates under the same rules as previous stimulus checks. You won't owe taxes on the $600, and it won't be counted as income when you file your 2025 tax return. If you typically don't file taxes because your Social Security benefits are your only income, this payment won't change that situation. There's also no impact on asset limits for programs like SSI. The $600 won't count toward resource limits as long as you spend it within the calendar month after you receive it or within the following month. This protection ensures that the payment truly provides relief without creating bureaucratic problems for recipients. One concern many people have raised is whether accepting this payment could somehow jeopardize their regular Social Security benefits. The answer is absolutely not. This is federal legislation that specifically protects recipients, and accepting this payment cannot and will not affect your ongoing Social Security eligibility or payment amounts. While the outlook is positive, there are still hurdles. The biggest challenge is timing. Congress has a limited window before their August recess, and if the proposal doesn't move quickly, it could be delayed until fall. Budget concerns could also emerge, though the relatively targeted nature of this payment, only going to Social Security recipients rather than all Americans, helps with cost control. The total price tag is estimated at around $50 billion, which is significant but manageable within current budget discussions. Administrative challenges are minimal since the Social Security Administration has experience with these types of payments, but there could still be technical issues or delays similar to what we've seen with other government payment programs. I want to hear from you in the comments. Are you currently receiving Social Security benefits, and how would this $600 payment help your situation? Your stories help lawmakers understand the real-world impact of these decisions, so please share your thoughts below. If this information is helpful to you or someone you know, hitting the like button really does help more people find this content when they're searching for updates about Social Security and stimulus payments. And if you want to stay updated on developments like this, subscribing ensures you won't miss important news that could affect your benefits. I understand that waiting for news about potential payments can be stressful, especially when you're managing on a fixed income. The uncertainty is hard, and it's natural to feel frustrated when you're hearing different information from different sources. My advice is to focus on what you can control right now. Make sure your information is current with the Social Security Administration. If you've moved or changed bank accounts recently, update that information now so you're ready if and when payments are approved. Don't fall for scams that claim you need to pay fees or provide additional information to receive this payment. If it's approved, the payment will come through the same channels as your regular Social Security benefits, with no action required from you. Remember that even if this particular proposal doesn't move forward exactly as planned, the attention on Social Security recipients' needs is real and ongoing. This isn't the only proposal being discussed, and lawmakers on both sides are aware that people on fixed incomes need support. If you're feeling overwhelmed by conflicting information online, stick to official sources. The Social Security Administration's website, ssa.gov, will have the most accurate and up-to-date information once any payment is officially approved. Local Social Security offices can also provide guidance, though I recommend calling rather than visiting in person unless absolutely necessary. For those who are struggling financially while waiting for potential relief, remember that there are other resources available. Many states have emergency assistance programs, local food banks continue operating, and utility companies often have hardship programs that can provide temporary relief. Don't wait for this potential payment to seek help if you need it now. Let me quickly recap what you need to know. There's a real proposal for a $600 one-time payment to Social Security recipients that could arrive as early as August. If you receive Social Security benefits of any kind, you would likely qualify automatically with no additional steps required. The proposal has bipartisan support and realistic timing, though it still needs to clear congressional hurdles in the coming weeks. Keep watching for updates because this situation is developing rapidly. Make sure your contact information is current with Social Security. Stay alert for scams and don't panic if the timeline shifts. These processes often take longer than initial projections. I'll be monitoring this story closely and will update you as soon as there are new developments. What questions do you have about this potential payment? Drop them in the comments and I'll address the most common ones in upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.